Morning, everybody. See, you're all here bright and early. It's been a cool morning. Been practicing. Been shooting old Frankenbow right here. That's the Frankenbow. Might as well talk about that while everyone's joining in. So what happened was, somehow one of my bows got misplaced, and it appears it was run over about right here, my Pro Defiant. And luckily my old faithful sure-loc made it. It's a little bit bent on the top, but it made it. So the reason why I didn't just shoot my Carbon Defiant from 2 years ago, or from a year and a half ago, is because it was only 63 pounds. So I had to find some limbs, and the cams actually weren't production. So I pretty much took the three bows, Rogan's bow, my Pro Defiance cams, and my old riser, and constructed this guy. So it's pretty much the setup, I guess, just to give you a look. I got elevate rest, my old sure-loc, and that is a 10-inch fuse torch with, this is an old fuse head, but I really like it, so I just remove it and put it on any of the new stabilizers. For my particular bow, 2 speed knocks, worked really good, about 2 inches below the bottom of the cam, worked awesome. But and then the arrow, this will be the arrow that I'm going to shoot. So it's a 6mm Easton axis. I'm shooting the black black wraps with 3-inch max stealth vane is what I'm shooting, and I'm going to shoot the original Nocturnal Knock is what I'm shooting right now. 50 grains of brass, 100 grain head. And there's a lot of questions on whether they should shoot, if someone wanted a lot of FOC, is it better to have a heavy point, a really heavy insert, or a really heavy point, like a, you know, whether you get a 150 grain broadhead or a 200 grain broadhead and then just shoot a standard insert, or if it's better to find the heavy insert. I'm a big believer in the heavier insert, and the reason why is because I feel like the 100 grain heads, even in fixed blade heads, whether it's like a little Wacom or whether it's a Trocar, they fly really good, and it's a real super solid head. They're a little bit more compact, and even in the expandables, the 100 grain heads are not as long. The 125s start to get longer, so it starts to change things. So I'm just trying to stay compact, stay with good flight characteristics. So I'm a big believer in heavier brass, and then stick with around that 100 grain broadhead if you can. So what I wanted to talk with you all about today, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer here, is I wanted to show you several of the different products. Not all these aren't sponsors. These are just things that I like, different things I thought were cool. I feel like I should keep telling you guys different things that I find that I really like, and there's several of them. I'm going through this weekend, I'm packing, I'm getting ready for hunting season, so I'm starting to really thin down what do I need to take, what do I want for my trips. And with that said, I'm really focusing right now on the things that are practical, that I'm gonna definitely put to use. Sticking with some things that have worked for me for a long time that I know you've had questions about, so I'm going to cover those right now. And I'm talking pretty quick because obviously, if you follow my Instagram feed, this is Harry's last weekend at home. He moves into college tomorrow, so we got a lot going on, and I'm trying to talk with you all about this in a little bit limited amount of time. So one of the things, while I'm just looking over here, one of the things for sure is this bow stand. This is from HME. It's actually an older company, but it has new ownership right now, and they're bringing out a lot of little crafty products, a lot of markers for your 3D range, yardage markers, bow ropes. They had a really cool like field dressing glove kit. I bought some of those. They're really inexpensive. They've got a lot of things. They had, just going through my bucket here, this was one thing that I got and it worked really cool, so I got another one. It's just an air purifier. It just plugs in to your cigarette lighter. I put it in the back one in my truck just because when I start my truck, that's the only time it turns on, and it just kind of runs back there. But you know, it's pretty nice. Just kind of purifies the air, clears the air. I know there's a lot of different ones on the market. There's some, I think Scent Crusher has one that's like, you know, a lot higher priced. It could work better, I don't know, but this is just a simple one, pretty inexpensive. So this is the brand right here, HME. They make, like I said, these little bow stands, pull-up ropes, just more stuff. I keep looking through the website and I keep finding more and more little gadgets. So check these guys out, super cool. The next thing is this right here is the Stay Sharp from Easton. I always have one. I've got a couple things. I've used the Rage coffin. If you if you're shooting a Rage, there's like a little red Rage coffin. I always have one of those little coffins with 6 extra expandables, and that's always in my backpack. So I can always, if I take a shot and retrieve my arrow, I could put a new broadhead on there right away. And sometimes you've seen me on hunts where I have extra arrows in my backpack because I only like to have 4 on my bow. The extra arrows in my backpack don't have broadheads on there, so I'll take those out, open up my broadhead case that's always in my backpack, front pocket. I'll put a new head on there and reload my quiver so I have 4. That way I'm not traveling all the time with a full loaded 6 quivers that's on my arm. I'll keep those extras in my backpack. I stuff them right down the small hole that's for your water supply source to come out of the back. Your bladder, the little bladder hole that comes out for the tube, that's where I slide my arrows. But anyway, this is the Stay Sharp from Easton. What's cool about this, it comes with these little screw-on things for the back. You screw them on your broadhead so it holds the collars in place, keeps the blades closed depending on your style, and this sleeve just slides right in, and it's got little rubber gaskets in there that hold the ferrule in place without the blades touching each other or touching any rubber or foam. So they're pretty cool. Just open it up quick. Like I said, a lot of these things are things that I just ordered, just got in for my trip. So I just thought it'd be cool to show you all. You can see right here, see these slots? Your ferrules slide right inside there, keeps everything sharp, and it keeps them from contacting one another. And you got little lids that snap on the top and the bottom, so that right there goes in your backpack, and you've got 6 totally sharp heads. The next thing is, I want to talk about this. These are the arrows I'm shooting, 6mm axis. We talked about this. So this weekend is the last weekend for Traeger's Traeger Outdoors. Make sure you have to follow Traeger Outdoors, and you have to post your food, tag Traeger Outdoors, tag Knockon TV, and make sure you hashtag Knock to Fork. This is an open competition. You can do anything. You can do ribs, you can do quarters, you can do shanks, you can do Canadian wild pig bacon. You can do whatever you want. You can do a full freaking spread of moose, elk, whitetail, hog, like do a full platter, whatever. But the #1 winner is gonna get a Pro Series grill just like I have, and we're gonna be cooking tonight. I'm gonna cook tonight something. I haven't figured out what yet, actually. I may have to do it tomorrow because I might do a big Axis brisket. But anyway, you're gonna win a Pro Series grill with all the accessories, man. You're gonna get the shelf, cover, pellets, everything. You're also gonna get this is the last one right here, last one. You're getting that emblem. It's magnetized to go right on your grill, so you're going to be the last of the stainless steel winners right there. Solid stainless steel. Thanks to the guys up in North Dakota that made that for me. Appreciate you guys. So the runner-ups are each gonna get half dozen arrows from me. I'm gonna give you a half dozen arrows. I'm gonna sign a couple hats for you and get you some prizes as the runner-up. So I'm not sure how many runner-ups we'll have. We're gonna leave that up to you. We're gonna put it up for a vote again. We'll probably pick the top 4 or 5 people, and the people that don't win are still gonna get something from me. So make sure you take part. Again, follow Traeger Outdoors, post your best wild game. It doesn't have to be any category, it's open. It's full plate, do a combination, do whatever you want, make it look good. And this is gonna be almost a $1,600 grill package. It's gonna be awesome. So the next thing I wanna talk about is I get asked all the time about how I wear my binoculars and my rangefinder. So I'm gonna just show you. This is right here. This is Under Armour's binocular holster. Okay, you order it, it's like this, 29 bucks. It's called the UA Bino harness. All right, part number is 1249614. It's on UA.com. But what all you have to do is take these out, and when you stretch them out and get them out of the package, what I do is I'll put them on and I'll get them fit to my size. So in other words, this is going to be pulled through right here. Okay, then what I do is I'll find where, when it's on and my binoculars are on and they're right here, I find the little spot that's pretty much just below my collarbone or right at my collarbone, and I'll take this top layer just like this, and I'll make a very, very small slit about the size of the hole inside of that R right there. Make a small slit. I put a little key ring through that hole, and then I take release rope around my rangefinder like that, and I'll wrap that through the key ring, and it holds my rangefinder right here. Okay, a lot of people wonder what this is. So this right here is simply a wristband. That's all it is. Okay, it's a wristband. I put it around my rangefinder to protect it as I'm running, so it doesn't, if it ever hits my binoculars, it doesn't make any noise. Okay, so it's just, this is just a silencing piece. The other thing that I can tell you I do this all the time. When I'm elk hunting or turkey hunting, this is always hanging right here, correct? Everyone's seen it before, right? If you peel this part open like this, I keep reeds on this side, and I'll keep another color reed on this side tucked right in here. This material here will dry those reeds out so they don't stay wet all night long. And I'll normally have one in my mouth, but I'll have my different ones right here, and it works really good. If I need to change one out, you can also put a little plastic mouse squeaker if you want one of those for coyote hunting. Also works really, really good. Next thing, these just came out, and again, these, I just spent money at UA. I go on, a lot of times I get sent stuff in boxes, random stuff from Jed, thanks Jed, but I also have to go on and pick my own stuff out and buy things, because a lot of times there's stuff on the site that come from different departments. But right here, this is a wool hat. You guys have seen me wear the brown one. This one's a little bit thinner. It's this year's. It's cool colors. You're gonna see me in this. This is what I'm gonna be wearing. But it's a wool hat, and it's $34.99, and the part number is 1300469. Okay, so that is a big deal. Next thing, they finally, you've seen me in these gloves right here since I shot my grizzly, okay, with my mouth tab. That's how long I've had these prototypes, and they finally came out. They're really cool gloves. If you're a UA glove person, these are awesome. If you remember the ones we always loved with the felt on the back, there's felt on the back of the thumb again. These are freaking awesome gloves. They've got an iPhone strip on the index finger and on the thumb. You've got an iPhone strip. The knuckles are fully padded, so if you're crawling on your hands and knees, they're awesome. But these are the thin liners. You've seen some of mine had like bright fluorescence. Those were the prototypes. So these are finally out. They're on the website, and they come just like that. And the part number is 1301404, and these are in the forest pattern. They do have them in the forest pattern. Last thing, UA came out with the infamous ninja mask. If you've seen my first 4 seasons, I wore the heck out of ninja masks, and they got to the point where they were a little short. If you're like me, and after the very first ones came out, you bought the second generations, you found out that they were a little short, they didn't have full coverage. These ones, which the style number is 1300477, and these are super sweet. They finally got them back to the size that they need to be, so you can see this can fully tuck in all the way under, which is awesome. And you have breathing holes finally, so you don't have any fog on your binies when you're binying, right? So yeah, this is awesome. Gave you the part number for that. And little thing I always wear, you see them right on the brim of my hat right there, is these little guys from Cyclops. They're really inexpensive. I think they're only 10 bucks. It's called the Micro, and they make them in green. I always go in green. I always have a white camp light packed in my backpack for when I'm tracking, but in and out in my tree stand, get in my tree stand, I'm always with this guy right here. And well, it won't let me turn them on, but this is the one right here. Cyclops makes it. It's called the Micro. They're really awesome. Next thing is, here's another thing I found. Didn't even know they were coming out, but I just got them. They're 89 bucks, people. 89 bucks. Part number is 1303087, and these are a Storm material, so they're water resistant. But check it out, these are actual, this is tactical pant, a tactical pant cut. So it's got a stretchy waist, tactical cut. It's got different pockets, different small pockets, tactical style pockets on the side. It's got a stretchy pocket to put your hands in your side pocket, so it has some gives, and it has big cargos on the front, or on the back, big cargos on the side. And this is just an awesome pant. Super heavy weight too. This is like thick. Again, same thing that they use, tactical pant, same thing the military guys would use, or law enforcement. So I didn't even know these were coming out. I saw them online the other day and I bought them, and they are better than I thought. And again, 89 bucks, so they're actually cheaper than some of the actual hunting pants. Don't know how that works sometimes, but it does. Next thing is, still have some of the Knockon Hex Suits. These are only at knockonarchery.com. These are super awesome. I still am going to be continually telling my story on how I've utilized these. Make sure you look up Hex. Look up some of the YouTube videos, okay? My buddy Mike, this has been his company for a long time, and I had to pretty much secretly wear this underneath my stuff. But now they finally got one that's got a mock neck, zip up, and I was able to finally make it happen to where I can wear this in addition to my UA stuff. So how this goes, I'll always wear my normal UA compression or UA base. Then I'll just put this, which is an electromagnetic field blocker, put that over the top of my base, and then I'll put on whatever outerwear I'm gonna wear. And I've been super successful with it. I filmed a couple crazy things once again on my last trip to Oklahoma with Sharon and Harry. We've all got some, and we had some crazy experiences with a doe that had a young fawn that just literally came right up to us. Didn't even know, couldn't even recognize what we were. It was awesome. All right, running low on time. Last things, I'll show you a few more deals that I really liked. And again, these are things that I'm wearing this year. They're things that I bought, so 100%, hi Shades, 100%, these are things that are practical and I'm gonna use. This is a brand new Threadborne wool sweater. It's pretty awesome. It goes, you can use it as a mid layer. Again, it's Threadborne wool. It's got a dark inside on the hoodie, which I really like. It's got kind of a button neck, so you can open it up if you need to, but this is going to be a great mid layer, or you can take your jacket off and just wear this going in and out. But this part number is 12974335, and it's part of the extreme season. So they've got early season, mid season, and extreme. And one of my favorite pieces, believe it or not, this year is this is in their, it's a lower cost, but this is in their mid-season. So they finally have, this is 100% fleece pant. I'm so excited. So what you're gonna do, and you can see the inside, look at the inside. That's freaking awesome. So whitetail hunters, this is definitely gonna be my go-to tree stand. It doesn't have like a windproof membrane in it. This is a full fleece, so if you're like me and you just want the most quiet you can have, this is going to be the piece. Now normally what I do is I have like a thin layer that's like a windproof, waterproof, that I'll wear underneath this outer, and I don't have any noise at all. So this again, this is the mid-season kit, okay, and this part number is 12914443, and this is the top right here. You can see moving it around, no noise. I love that. So again, great inside. You'll be able to layer really nice on this, and the jacket's only $159, the pants are $149, and like I said, these are things that I personally went on, picked. These are things that have come in this last week, and my bucket's empty. So that's it. Shaz, you want to do that for this weekend?
Yes,
okay, free shipping, knockonarchery.com. So just to give you a heads up, how many were left, Knock-to-its?
like 50
maybe? Maybe 50 Knock-to-its left. 40. I'm just letting you know, I'm giving you the heads up. Silverbacks are out of stock.
on the way soon.
Yeah, there's some on the way, but Knock-to-its, there's 40 or 50 left, depending on how many have just sold. When those are gone, we will not have any more for hunting season. I'm just letting you know. Carter has to machine their new release for next year. They've told us the machines are not going to be cutting Knock-to-its or silverbacks. So we will have some silverbacks coming next week. You'll want to get those while you can, because we're not expecting anything else to come in till probably after October or possibly after November. Just giving you the heads up. So appreciate everything. I'm gonna try. We're gonna do some grilling. We may do some chilling and shooting. We might go live later depending on how things go with Harry's move-in day, but I got to figure out what I'm going to cook. Make sure there were some amazing plates. Thank you guys so much for participating in that. It's a big deal, and I wish I could have read all those comments. I wanted to just show everyone some of this because honestly this answers so many questions, that I get asked every day. You know, what type of hood is that? What kind of outerwear are you gonna wear? What kind of broadhead? So I'm gonna shoot Raids Tripans, that I can tell you. But other than that, it's been pretty cool, and I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek on something soon to come, friends. There it was, coming soon. Generation 3 has been tested, waiting for Generation 4, and it's gonna be fun time come indoor season. So thanks everybody, appreciate you, and hope you have a great weekend, and hopefully you like all these products, even this bucket, Yeti bucket. It's the one thing with Yeti, I can tell you, whatever this rubber is that they have on the bottom of their dang coolers and what's on the bottom of that grill, you don't want that on the bottom of a shoe, or you will wipe out every single time you take a step, because that stuff sticks to everything. But thanks everybody, appreciate it. Knock on, guys and gals.